Hi, we do a lot of videos on this channel about things to do, places to go, places to eat, events going on in Charlotte, and we do a lot of videos about the suburbs of Charlotte. Today what we're going to do is start to kick off a couple weeks of the neighborhoods in Charlotte and around Charlotte, so stick around. I'm Dave DeSilva with Longtime Realty, brokered by eXp Realty here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this is the first time to our channel. Just please be aware that we've got the subscribe button down below, and you can hit the bell and you'll be the first to get notified of everything that we put out. And it's all focused on the Charlotte region. So whether you're thinking of coming here for a visit, you're moving to Charlotte, you're thinking of living in Charlotte, North Carolina, this is the right spot for you. Whether it's 10 days, 10 weeks, or 10 months, please go ahead and let us know what's happening with your life and if it's coming to Charlotte, and we'd be happy to help you out. And today, like I said, we're going to talk about a couple of neighborhoods in South Charlotte, North Carolina. We've hit a few neighborhoods in the past. Recently, we did Piper Glen, we did Highland Creek. Those are two very big neighborhoods. One's on the northeast side of Charlotte, the other one's on the southeast side of Charlotte. Like I said, two great neighborhoods. Today, we're going to talk about Rea Woods, which is a smaller neighborhood, and Thornhill, which is a little bit bigger neighborhood, maybe between 500-600 plus or minus homes. Now, before we go ahead and jump into each of those neighborhoods, show you around, give you a tour, talk about the pricing a little bit, talk about what's around them, we're going to go ahead and show you how those neighborhoods sit in the South Charlotte area and their proximity to Uptown Charlotte and the airport. Okay, so here we've got Rea Woods, just off of Route 51 in South Charlotte. Route 51 is the east-west road that goes from the South Carolina border over here through Pineville, just south of Rea Woods, and then off into Matthews, Mint Hill, and further up into Charlotte. And then you've got south by about a mile and a half maybe, is Thornhill. And they are connected by this little sweet road here. This is Elm. Okay, and then you've got 485, and this is not a map tour of these two little neighborhoods. I'm just kind of orienting you really because I didn't do it when I was talking about the neighborhoods individually. So there you go, Rea Woods down up on the north side and Thornhill. So they're both about the same distance, give or take, and the same time to get uptown Charlotte to get to the airport. So to get to the airport from either one of these neighborhoods, you would jump on 485 and head out this direction. The airport is 11 miles from Rea Woods, probably about the same distance, 11-12 miles from Thornhill, and it would take you about 20-25 minutes at 3:30 in the afternoon on a Monday through Friday. And that's when traffic is starting to pick up. Granted, the traffic is coming south or east on 485, but it is starting to pick up a little bit. And to get uptown Charlotte, you could take the same route from either location to this intersection here, which is the intersection of Route 77, northeast-south or north-south route, and 485, that circles Charlotte. And then from here, you would head north into town. If you had to, you could take Route 16 over here. That would be Providence Road. You could take Park Road. Where's Park Road? There's Cedarwood. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Park Road up into Charlotte, and that's going to take you a little bit longer to get to downtown or uptown Charlotte, as we like to say here. Probably it's more like 11, 12, 13 miles, and it's going to take you more like 25 or 30 minutes to get there at this time of day. Sometimes you can jump in your car down here, hit the road to get uptown in 15, 20 minutes, but you're probably stepping on it and you're missing all the traffic lights. So that's just a quick orientation. Charlotte is this way, and we've got the North Carolina, South Carolina border right here. And so now we're going to jump into the car, into the Jeep, and we're going to show you Rea Woods, and then we're going to show you Thornhill. So stick with us. All right, we are entering the Rea Woods neighborhood, and this is an awesome neighborhood in South Charlotte, just off of Route 51, which is Pineville Matthews Road, an east-west road in Charlotte. And you can see the little Rea Woods sign there. All these homes are John Wieland homes, the builder, and they were built primarily between 1996, 97, maybe some in 95, and the last home or two put up in the late 2010s, maybe 2020. I don't believe anything was built that late. But all these homes are, the smallest one's about 3,300 square feet. The bigger ones, you've got some that are 6,000 square feet when they've finished the basements, and that means there are some with basements. But they're all brick, a little bit of synthetic stucco here or there. Some of the white brick is fairly new. The neighborhood HOA just voted on that about a year or two ago, and then some people went and painted their homes or their brick white. They've got front load and side load garages, 2 and 3 car garages. Just an awesome neighborhood. I don't know if I mentioned it already. Somewhere between 155 and 160 homes. And this is pretty much a cul-de-sac neighborhood. You come in 2 ways. One is off of Elm Street, which is the way we came in, off of Rea Woods. And the other one is off of Baybrook, which is a little bit further west on Route 51. And then I call it a cul-de-sac neighborhood because there are just several cul-de-sacs in here other than the big loop, which is Woodley Oaks Drive. What we're going to do is take a right down one of these cul-de-sacs on Edgewood and kind of show you that cul-de-sac. And there's some cars down there. Maybe we'll take a right down there. It is surrounded by what my kids used to call the bamboo forest, but it's surrounded by marshland, woodland, some of the 4 Mile Creek area. I believe it's the 4 Mile Creek area. There is a parking area being constructed outside of Rea Woods on 51 that's going to connect one of the offshoots of the 4 Mile Creek Trail. So that's going to be kind of cool. You can just walk outside the neighborhood and jump on the Greenway, the Charlotte Greenway, of which there's between 70 and 100 miles of Greenway. These homes are probably priced, they're not necessarily first home buyer homes, priced in I think the average was $997 in the past 6 months to a year. Used to get about anywhere from 12 to 15, 17 homes per year selling in this neighborhood, but with the higher rates in the last few years and COVID and the price increases that we've seen throughout the nation, and obviously it hit Charlotte as well, we've got 6 homes in the last year that have sold, and that is quite a bit lower than in previous years. Let's see, this is a great neighborhood because it is, in my opinion, just minutes away from everything. You've got the shops at Piper Glen, which is about a mile down the road. We'll show you some of those photos there. You've got South Park Mall, which is 5 miles north, easy to get there. Carolina Place Mall, that's got some large anchor stores at Carolina Place Mall, and that's about 3 miles away. The Lynx is 4 miles away. You can run outside of this neighborhood, cross over 51, walk through Touchstone, another neighborhood, and get on the Greenway, and you'll have at least 3 ways to get on the Greenway. And what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and show you a little bit more of the neighborhood here. This is Woodley Oaks Drive, and then we're going to turn around and come back down and show you some things on the other side of the neighborhood. It is a very active neighborhood, lots of clubs and organizations. The amenities that you'll find here at Rea Woods is there's a pool, and it's a lap pool. They do have a lap swim in the morning and the summer just for the adults. And you've got your fob, and you can go jump in the pool at, I believe, 6 o'clock in the morning, something along those lines. And you've got a little baby wader pool there. Tennis and pickleball. Pickleball is a contention with every neighborhood, but you've got tennis and pickleball. You've got a basketball hoop that's outside in the community parking lot. Like I said, the new trail access, play set, and it's a very walkable neighborhood. You'll see people walking their dog here all the time, dogs, kids, walking themselves around the neighborhood. That's something that's kind of easy to do. But again, the John Wieland neighborhood built between 97 and 2015, 16, 17, 18, most likely. Like you said, the last year, 6 homes have sold, anywhere from 800,000 to about 1.29 million. No, actually 1.2 million. There is one that's on the market for about 1.2 million now. My understanding is that home is getting over asking price and went in a day. So the average time on market in this neighborhood is about 6 days. And the only reason I say I kind of laugh at that is because one home in the past year was on the market for 25 days, and that really jacked up the average. It would probably be around 2 or 3. Most of them, I think 3 out of those 6 sold in 2 day or 1 day or less. That's what it was. Here's what we'll do. We'll go around this side of the neighborhood and then show you the clubhouse. The schools that this neighborhood will go to right now, it's South Mecklenburg High School, and my son went to South Mecklenburg High School. We loved it there. He loved it. That's one of the schools that's typically rated a 7 or an 8. Sometimes I think it has bumped up to 9 in the past couple of years. They'll go to South Charlotte Middle School and then McAlpine Elementary School, and those are all very close by. And next year, in 2024-2025 year, the new school on Ballantyne Ridge will be open, and my understanding is that Rea Woods is going to be rezoned for that school. So that'd be the Ballantyne Ridge High School that's over off of End Haven Road and North Community House Road. So got a new school coming, and the thing, it looks like a college campus. I've seen parts of it. I've seen the plans. We'll show you a couple of pictures on here. So some cool stuff happening in the area. One thing to go along with what I said earlier about this being the center of everything, you've got a choice of going to 2 hospitals, either Atrium Health, which is in Pineville, about 2 miles to the west along Route 51, or you can go to Novant in Matthews, and that's a little bit further away. That might be about 4 or 5 miles away. So you've got medical very nearby. You've got malls. I think I mentioned a couple of the malls where they have restaurants. Firestone is down there. You've got Little Mama's in South Park, like I said, 5 minutes or 5 miles away. Some nice things that are around here. You've got multiple golf courses in the area, public and private, plus Imagine or Ballantyne Reimagined, which is now open for some of the concerts that they've got going on at the amphitheater or the Amp Ballantyne. That's just opened in September, and they do have concerts planned for April, but that's going to be 550 plus acres. Now there's the clubhouse. Let me stop here a little bit. Obviously it is early. It's late winter. I guess you might even call that early fall. So you've see a lot of the brown grass, and that is not diseased grass. That is Bermuda grass. The green stuff is fescue. So there's the clubhouse. The pool is covered. I did mention the playground, so there we go with the playground and the tennis court and the pickleball court, and that is right in the backyard of some of the neighbors. But this is one of the hottest neighborhoods in South Charlotte. These homes are going to go in just a flash when you see one on the market. If you're ready for it, and this is the right home for you, you need to jump on it just about immediately. So what we'll do is we'll go down and finish our little tour down one more cul-de-sac, Briar Oaks in Rea Woods. And the average home in here, I think, didn't know if I mentioned this or not, is $997. Again, these are all single-family residential homes. You do have Chalice Farms right next door, and you've got the Chalice condos that are anywhere from $500,000 to $600,000, adjacent to the neighborhood entrance off of Elm. So it's very close by. But this is just a fantastic neighborhood. People love it here. Like I said, they're very active adults and active children, if that's what you're looking for. So you've got clubs that meet. Seems like everybody waves to you. Clubs that meet. You've got events for the holidays. You've got food trucks that the social committee brings into the neighborhood on a regular basis, and we've got events in the clubhouse for, like I said, holidays. Hey, NC State flag. You've got parades that go around the neighborhood. They have had a 4th of July parade in the past where the kids are on their bikes, and the parents, if they've got a nice little souped up car, will ride around. Here we go, and there's somebody climbing the tree. Nope, she didn't wait. So again, a very active neighborhood. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I'm missing for this neighborhood. If you know Rea Woods, leave a comment, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe. But leave a comment, let me know what I'm missing about the Rea Woods or South Charlotte neighborhood of Rea Woods, and that's about it. So we'll be moving on to our next neighborhood as we complete our multiple neighborhood tour of South Charlotte. Here we are pulling into the Thornhill neighborhood, and just as an FYI, it's about 2 miles south of Rea Woods, the neighborhood we just went through. And what we're going to do is drive through the neighborhood a little bit, talk about some of the homes in here, maybe a little bit of the background of the neighborhood and the history, and then some demographics and the pricing of the homes. But right now, just enjoy the view a little bit. right, so one thing you're going to notice about Thornhill, the people walking and waving, just like all the neighborhoods around here. One thing you're going to notice, though, is that there are different, what we have called enclaves. If you've listened to some of the videos I've done about bigger neighborhoods, they've got enclaves. And what that basically is, it is a neighborhood within a neighborhood that might be separated because of size of the homes, construction material. In some neighborhoods, it's the builder, maybe the price point, things like that. And here in Thornhill, the builder was primarily David Weekley. I'm not even sure if there was anybody else besides David Weekley building these homes from about 1990 till 1999. I believe the last home was built in here. And what you're going to see is a mix of brick, fiber cement if the siding was redone after the 1990s, hardy plank, a little bit of stone. Some of the architecture is a little bit of stone, but primarily hardy planks, hard board, fiber cement, and brick. You do have, again, primarily front load garages. We haven't come across a whole bunch of side load garages. Here we go, looking at a couple more homes. But again, like I said, you're going to see a bunch of different enclaves in Thornhill. It's a great neighborhood. As I was saying at the beginning of this section, just about 2 miles south off of Elm Street, 2 miles south of Rea Woods. It is very close to a lot of shopping, as is Rea Woods. You've got Stonecrest, which is a walk away, and that's a neighborhood. That's a shopping mall with Target, a Harris Teeter, Firebirds, restaurant. What do you call that? Chick-fil-A. And it even had a Radio Shack back in the day, but it's got anything you would need to survive at your home in that shopping center. So a lot of great stuff. But again, it is a neighborhood that's got a lot going on as far as activities. There are clubs that participate with the kids, with the adults. You've got the annual Easter egg hunt, 4th of July party going on in here, fall festival. There's a Christmas party every year, or a holiday party they call it now. Community garage sales, that typically starts up in March, April, May. And food trucks. That's what you're going to see a lot of neighborhoods popping out with nowadays are food trucks. They invite in, have them up in their community centers, which we'll go by later on. And, neighbors come out, grab a beer, grab a pizza, bring their kids out to play in an enclosed, safe area, all stuff like that. The pricing in Thornhill, and it used to be one of those neighborhoods that was, well, every neighborhood was affordable at one point. But the average price in Thornhill right now is about $625, and you can get something down in the 420s, 430s. We're in the last 270 days. That's 9 months. There have been 12 sales, anywhere from $420 to $785, and typically the ones that are in the 420s are the smaller homes, which might be down to 1,870 square feet. That's about the smallest you're going to find in here, and the largest is somewhere around 3,600 square feet, give or take. So you've got a wide range of home sizes and home pricing in Firethorn. And what else we got going on here? One of the cool things about Firethorn, and I'll try to hit this before we get to the pool area, is a place called the Big Rock Park. And that's about 23 acres maintained by the Mecklenburg County Parks and Rec Department. And it is a big rock, and it's a park with some trails. And actually, we'll stop by there in a little while. But it's a park with some trails, and it's got a history that dates back about 12,000 years. The thought is that some of the original Native Americans made their homestead here at that area, and you could tell by, I guess, some of the rock formations and how they're carved out and that sort of thing, that, that's actually what took place. And now you can go walk in there, you can hike a little bit and enjoy nature. So that's Big Rock Park Nature Preserve, and that was just on our left. We're going to come back and see that after we take a tour of the pool area, the rec area here. And it's closed now because it's still a little bit into the winter months, but it's a great place. You can rent out that pavilion that we'll go show you in a second. My daughter's soccer team, when she was playing at Carmel Christian, 4-year starter, Dana, great job, came up here for a couple of years to have their season-ending event in this pavilion right there. So you can rent that, bring some food, just enjoy each other in there. And then you've got a pool, of course, not being used right now. and tennis courts and a playground. So it is a very walkable, very active neighborhood. And so what we'll do is let's talk about the schools. The schools are in flux right now. This past year, everybody went to Audrey McHale High School, which was by many accounts rated the #1 high school in the Charlotte area, Charlotte-Mecklenburg High School, and J.M. Robinson Middle School, and then End Haven Elementary School. I think that's going to be mixed up next year, and I'm not sure if they're changing high schools. I do understand that the 8th graders are going to be going to Community House Middle School, and the 6th and 7th graders will still be going to J.M. Robinson. And I'm not sure why the move there. It could be just to prepare them for the new high school, which could be taking some of the neighbors in here. But we're going to go step off here for a second and then take a quick tour of Big Rock Nature Preserve. All right, so here we are enjoying Thornhill a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of a quick walk around over on the far side of those pine straw needles. That's the clubhouse that we just came from. This is the main street going into Thornhill. And now we are at the Big Rock Nature Preserve in Thornhill. So like I said, this is 23 acres. It is maintained by Mecklenburg County Parks and Rec Department. You've heard me talk about them quite a bit if you've watched some of my videos on the trail system around Charlotte and some of the parks. I've done a number of videos on the parks. Dogs must be controlled. And I'm thinking, here come some people walking at me, so maybe some kids are out here goofing around. I'll just do this quickly, but a little bit of a trail area. Obviously, you get some things for your enjoyment, but it is something that, people take advantage of. There's dogs that are walking out in here, people just hanging out, enjoying the place. So we're going to go ahead and jump back in and then go take a look at some of the nearby shopping areas. So that should be about it. All right, even though the parks do close at sunset and it's getting there, I didn't want to leave Big Rock Park without going and showing you guys Big Rock. So we'll just do a quick walk down here, just a couple more seconds, and you can start to see it from here. There's actually somebody up on the Big Rock right now, but this thing has got a history. And when I read about the history of the area, they talked about the nomads coming into North America from the Aleutian Islands and that sort of thing 40,000 years ago, and up to 12,000 years ago we had some things going on here, and maybe this is the history more than just a bunch of big rocks. And finally, the backside of Thornhill, the neighborhoods that are backing up to Big Rock. This is the Stonecrest Mall, which I talked about for both neighborhoods, for Rea Woods as well as for the Thornhill neighborhood. And just thought I would do a quick ride in here. Of course, you got to stop for the pedestrians. Some are quicker than others. There we go. So you've got a couple places to eat. There's a place for my daughter, Ulta Beauty. And then right up here is of course, the Harris Teeter. I always joke about that being on every corner in every one of my videos when I'm talking about a neighborhood or a suburb. There's a GameStop. Didn't even know they still had those GameStops. There used to be a Radio Shack right here on the right. Now we're coming up to CVS Pharmacy and the Target. What you might not see on the far left side, a couple restaurants, Nothing But Noodles, great place over there, Nothing But Noodles, Chick-fil-A. There's another Broken Egg. I believe that's another Broken Egg over there. Great place for breakfast. There's GNC right in far left, great clips, tanning locations. One of my wife's old favorite places used to be right around here in the corner to the right for getting your nails done. Goes to a different place now, South Beach Tanning. There's the GNC, that did move. So there's a quick run through Stonecrest Mall. So there you've got two quick overviews of two neighborhoods in South Charlotte, Rea Woods and what was the other one? Thornhill. Please let me know, leave in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like, what more you would like to see, if you would like to see specific neighborhoods. If you're thinking of living in Charlotte and you want to know about a certain neighborhood, whether it's on the north side, south side, east or west, even on the outskirts, suburbs, and I do work in South Carolina as well, let me know what that neighborhood is, and we'll go ahead and put that on the calendar to get a video done. Let me know whether it was too long or too short. Anything that would help get this word out to those like you who are thinking about Charlotte and get the word out that it's a great place to live, great place to set up a family and a home, and a great place to work. So go ahead and please press that comment button, make your comments, press the like, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, thank you very much. Have a great day.